Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. Happy August 1st. Happy new month. Happy Sunday. Or if you're tuning in on another day and watching the replay, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. I am excited to go through a new book. Now, I realize a couple things. First of all, if you've been on the page for a while, welcome. And thank you for always tuning in. Where are you tuning in from? And if you've been here for a while, you know that we've gone through a handful of books since May. And the point is, I want to help you get your mindset right to help control your health and your fitness and all of the things in your life, right? So if you've been here for a while, you know it's nothing new for me to talk about a book. If you are brand new, I want you to post new in the comments, and I would love to just chat with you, figure out your goals, hear from you, and I'll send you a message. Because here on the Keto Mom page, as I'm chasing a fly away, here on the Keto Mom page, you are going to find lots of different things, tips and tricks and recipes and things that are going to help you on your journey, right? And so we live in Minnesota on a lake, and the doors have been opened so much this weekend. So many flies. I will try not to be distracted. But you here on the page will find lots of different things. We will tell you sometimes my husband, sometimes you'll see my kids, you'll see them all in my stories. So whether you're here on Facebook or you're on Instagram, it's Keto Mom Secrets, all one word. Yes, I'm on TikTok. I'm not the greatest TikToker, but it's Keto Mom Secrets. I think we've got YouTuber. There's so many things. But wherever you find me at, I'm excited to meet you and help you on your journey. And so the last couple days, we've had people in our home since Thursday. Normally, I do a live every day, and we stayed up late, we got up early, and I really was just focused on our company. So I did not do a live on Friday and Saturday to prepare you for today. So my apologies, but we're going to go through this book, and then I will be doing all of the other lives in the mornings except for on Sundays. So my goal is to help you get your health and fitness on track. Why do we read books? Because I truly feel like what is in here and what is in your heart, like what's inside of you comes out of you, right? And so if we can get to the point where you are believing that you are worthy, if we can get you to the point where you're speaking truth over yourself and not trash, and you believe that you can do this and you're not believing the lies that you tell yourself or that other people tell yourself, like if we can get this right, then you might find yourself having better success with your health goals and all of the things that you're wanting. And you might be shocked at how much your mindset plays a role in that. So with all of that said, I'd love to know, have you gone through the books with me? And if you did, which ones? Is the book club helpful? So you can either get the book and read it right along with me. I'm going to go through a chapter a day. Or you can just tune in here and I'll give you the highlights. So some of you are readers. Some of you need to be readers. This is the book that was voted on. I have a different book picked out for September. And we'll just keep moving on from there. There's so many great books and so many things I would love to help you with. This book, one of our pastors wrote it. His name is Pastor Craig Groeschel. And the book is called Winning the War Within Your Mind. And so I'm just going to give you a couple highlights from the beginning and chapter 1. And if you've already read it, I want to know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know if you feel like it's going to help you get your mindset right. And I did a live, I think it was on Thursday, called Truth or Trash. And basically it was kind of what he's talking about what lies are you letting in, what lies have you been believing, and how are we going to get those lies out so that you can move forward, right? Because they hold you back. Like, it's always been this way. I'm not worthy. I'm always going to be overweight. It's just my luck. No, 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 and no. And no. All right? So, in the beginning, in the introduction, it just talks about where are your thoughts taking you? I would love to know, if you're watching, do you feel like you're more of a positive mindset person? Like, do you think positively? Let's do this. Do you think of the glass as half empty or half full? And I know people talk about that a lot, but like for real, Do you look at life more positively, or is it always like, oh, it always happens, always me, I knew it, just my luck, right? So he says, what we think shapes who we are. I think we underestimate the power of our thoughts and what people tell us and the things that we run over and over and over in our mind. What we think becomes and shapes who we are. Our lives do follow the direction of our thoughts. And so Pastor Craig is incredible. He uses a lot of different Bible verses. And so there's tons of story, tons of truth. And he even says, listen, your mindset, whether you believe it or not, will shape your life biblically and scientifically. So biblically and scientifically, right? Wherever you choose to believe. And so he says, in 10 years, we will each look in the mirror and someone will be looking back at us. That person will be shaped by the thoughts of today. The life we have is a reflection of what we think. Let me ask you this. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that your thoughts are going to shape who you become or already have? There's so many things. The whole book is so great. But do I like the direction that my thoughts are taking me? So a question you could ask yourself is, am I a negative person? Am I a positive person? And do I like the person I'm becoming? And if not, we're going to take a step back and go, okay, why do I find myself in this like rat race of health? Why do I go after a goal, maybe hit it, then fall off, then not get back on track, and then why am I in this vicious cycle? And maybe take a step out of that cycle and maybe look at what are you reading? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you watching? What are you listening to? And what are you believing? Right? Get out of the rat race for a second. And I want you to seriously evaluate that. I love at the end of each chapter, he gives you some questions to go through. If you play full out, meaning if you're going to take this seriously, you're going to go through it and you're going to really evaluate yourself. Because think about if you can commit to some serious mindset for the next year while you are working on putting the donut down, while you are working on going to the gym and drinking more water and eating better. This, along with all of that, is going to make you feel incredible. Right? Can you commit to 1 year of doing that? So I love how he says this. Our lives are always moving in the direction of our strongest thoughts. What we think will shape who we become. So that was just the introduction. The very first part we talked about on Thursday. If you watched that live, if you didn't, I'm going to review it. But it just talks about remove the lies and replace it with truth. Truth or trash. And so basically he walks you through. He actually shares a really funny story, and I'll give you the very brief overview. He talks about how he's a pastor, and one of his friends, they like to play tricks on each other. And so he came into the office really early one morning, and he realized somebody was going to play a prank on him. He caught one of his friends in the closet, but what he did is he tried to lock his friend in the closet. So he was trying to push a chair up underneath the doorknob so that he couldn't get out. But the chair wouldn't stay. But what he did is he said, Kevin, I locked you in the closet. You can't get out. The chair is blocking you, right? And for a minute, his friend's like, no, let me out, right? And then Pastor Craig's like, hey, I've got to go to a meeting, thinking his friend would open the door because in reality, the chair wasn't holding the door. He couldn't get the chair to buckle under the doorknob. So the door wasn't even locked. But what happened is his friend heard and was told a lie. He believed the lie as if it was a truth. And guess what? When Pastor Craig was in a meeting, he heard something above him and his friend had climbed up in the ceiling and over and tried to climb out down in the office. And he just said, oh my goodness, I didn't even lock the door. I just simply told him a lie. He's like a holy lie. Thinking he would just move the door and open, but he didn't because the man was in the closet and he believed what his friend told him. And although it was a lie, he believed it as a truth. And I'll have to find where he says it. Oh, he says this. Okay, have you ever considered that you might be trapped in a self-made prison? And basically he's going to go through how are we going to remove the lie? He says your mind is a battlefield. talks about some funny stories, funny songs. And he basically says this. Let me see where he put it. Okay. A lie believed as a truth will affect your life as if it were truth. A lie believed it was truth. What lies are you believing? You're not good enough. You'll never be skinny. I'll never be in shape. I'll never be a good mom, or I'll never be a good dad. I can't do this. I'll never work myself up on the work ladder. I'll never have a better job. I'll never have a good marriage. Like, what lies are you believing? Because that's all trash. All of it. But a lie believed as a truth will become your truth, right? And your life will revolve around that. And you're really basically creating yourself a prison up here. And your life is going to reflect what you're believing. So right now on the Keto Mom page, we talk about health and fitness and how to eat and moving your body and getting enough sleep and making sure you're not stressed, right? And putting down the donut. I joke about that a lot, but for real, don't eat if you're not hungry. But if you're constantly saying, I'm so sorry about this fly that's like legitimately driving me bonkers. There's 2 of them. It's super important. So I think this book is incredible. I love the first chapter. I circled this. Chances are good that you have your own set of lies holding you back. The lies nearly derail. The lies nearly derailed my call on ministry. So he shares his life. He shares about all of the things that he felt. He shares about the things that he believed in himself. And he said, if I would have believed all of the things that people told me in the past, people saying I wasn't meant to do this, I was too stupid in school to be this, I wasn't a great athlete, I'm not adequate, I'm too young. If he would have believed all of the things that people spoke over him, then he wouldn't have done what he was truly called to do. And isn't that the truth, right? We take what people tell us and we go, oh, that must be the truth. I'm always going to be overweight. Or I'll never be able to get to the gym on time. I don't have enough self-discipline, right? Like, what are you believing? And we're going to have to reverse engineer that to go, where did that come from? And I'm going to have to break off that lie and find a truth to replace that. All right, so you are not who others say you are. You are not. So stop owning the words of other people. And I'm going to tell you something else. If you are one of the people that are speaking trash into other people's lives, I don't know if you are, but I pray that you're not. Not only be aware of what you are putting in your own mind, the things you're watching, the people you're around, the things you're listening to, but be very aware of the words that you're speaking, right? Whether it's to your kids or to your spouse or to your employees, because you could be the one planting lies in somebody else's mind, right? Words have the power of life and death. And that's what the book is going to go through of like, how do we get these words, these lies, these things that other people have spoken over us or we have allowed in? How are we going to get them out and how are we going to replace them with the truth? That's what the book is going to work on. And so he said this, what negative messages did you take away from your childhood? He says, the lie will keep you living in the shame from the past. A lie will keep you from living the joy and freedom in your future. And then basically, the rest of the book is walking you through a whole bunch of questions. I love what he said right here. He says, if you think that you can't do something, guess what? You probably won't. If on the other hand, you think that you can, odds are that you will. So do you believe that you can get healthy? Do you believe that you can make the better choice? Do you believe that you can get up and work out? Do you believe that you can go for the walk? Do you believe that you can say no to the donut? Do you believe that you can make better choices? Because if you do, one day at a time, one step at a time, it will come. But if you don't believe that you can do it, then guess what? You're right as well. You have to take some ownership. You've got to be intentional. You have to not only just work on the recipes, but work on your mindset. Some of you don't like that. Guess what? It's okay. We're going to learn to love it, right? So what I love about having the book is it actually asks you questions on your typical day. It's going to get you to think. If you play full out and actually utilize the book on how it's supposed to be used, it's going to have you write down. It's going to have you journal. It's going to ask you some hard questions. But the point is to get you through the battle. right? To get you on the other side. This is the last thing I'll say. He said, if you want an action step, take an audit of your entire day. Does this make sense? Take an audit of your entire day of the things that you believe or speak. Have a little notebook, write it down. Like you got up in the morning and you were like, I can't do this. Oh, I told myself I can't do this. Or I'm always going to look this way. Or I'm so ugly. Or I'm not strong enough. Or whatever it is, right? I want you to write it down. And I want you to then, at the end of the day, you're going to look at them and you're going to go, is this truth or trash? We talked about this. Truth. Oh, ignore my dogs. I'm sorry. Truth or trash? Truth is, yes, I am worthy. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I got up on the first alarm. Yes, I made the better choice for lunch. Yes, I drank my water. Yes, these are all great things. Oh, but I did believe that I don't know, whatever it is. That's trash, right? Can you pick out your thoughts in one day and decipher them truth or trash? And the ones that are trash, we're going to work on through the book, getting them out and replacing them with good thoughts. So we're going to keep going through this. Chapter 2, we will go through tomorrow. And I want you to know something. I go through books quickly. A lot of the books that I'm going through with you, I've read and I'm reading them again. I think they're wonderful. But if you're still on the Miracle Morning book, if you're still on Atomic Habits, if you're still reading whatever book that we've gone through, work at it at your own pace. Hop on here, listen to a little value. I hope it helps you think for a second of how it can just get your mindset right. I'm watching this fly over here because I have a fly swatter that I'm going to try to get it. I've already gotten 3 while I've been talking to you, and you didn't even know. So anyways, this is the book we're going through. I hope you guys tune in with me. Press the share button. Sharing is caring, and other people need help on their mindset as well. And always reach out with your questions. So whether they're keto questions or low-carb questions or any how-to questions, our family's been on this journey for 6 years, and I want to help you. So thank you for tuning into the page. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.